General Hospital Friday, October 4 recapitulates Sunny's confession plan. Ava and Portia's secret alliance. Holly's unanticipated caller, Willow and Michael's challenge, and Chase's bad news. Janie Francis's comeback. Laura Collins's return October airdate revealed. Greetings to all General Hospital fans. Don't forget to subscribe for the latest updates. Sunny's confession plan. Ava and Portia's secret alliance. General Hospital spoilers recap for Friday, October 4, reveals that Violet Finn had to be picked up from Academy beforehand for getting into a fight with a boy named Garth. Since Garth called Hamilton Finn a drunk and kept going on about his time in recovery, Violet hit him. Garth redressed by pouring grape juice each over Violet, so Brooklyn Quartermain took her upstairs to change. Harrison Chase thanked Violet for telling them the verity, but he reminded her that conduct can have consequences. Brooklyn was scarified over a phone call that said the top demanded to see Violet's guardian ASAP. At the gallery, Ava Jerome prompted Rick Lansing not to look into who might have tampered with Heather Weber's results, since General Hospital could stall the case with their own attorneys. Rick realized Ava must be guarding someone before he took off. Subsequently, Ava paid a visit to Portia Robinson's office and called her out on the results tampering that Rick knew about. Portia tried to deny it at first, but Ava was induced it was Portia and didn't condemn her for trying to cover Trina Robinson. Ava made it clear that she'd do anything to cover her own son and eventually got Portia to admit she was responsible. Since Trina would condemn herself if her mama's career collapsed, Ava claimed she'd help her. With that in mind, Ava wanted Portia to leave this alone and avoid drawing attention to herself. Portia was concerned about Brad Cooper working in the lab now, not to mention Rick could poke around for Heather's sake. Ava felt she could handle Rick and ultimately got a phone call about him working to get the case capsized. As for Ava's riddle friend, Rick claimed that person could remain a riddle. Once Lucky Spencer paid a visit to Sonny Corinthos' office, they embraced. Sonny allowed Luke Spencer would be proud of Lucky for coming back, but Lucky felt like his pater would have been dissatisfied that he ever left. After Sonny gave Lucky a vim talk about fathers and sons, Lucky spent some time catching up with Isaiah Gannon at the sanitarium. Next, Trina tried to register Giovanni Gio Palmieri's violin gig at the gallery, but he was no longer interested since Ava pushed Christina Corinthos Davis out a window. Trina stomped off and began trying to bespeak another violinist over the phone. Once Jocelyn Jacks arrived and realized there was pressure, she forced Gio and Trina to make up. In the end, Gio agreed to play the gig for Trina's sake and stay for the court to decide whether Ava was shamefaced. At Carly Spencer's place, she ate Lucas Jones home. Lucas talked about leaving Boston and accepting a position at General Hospital since he was looking to start fresh in Port Charles again. It was hard being around wily Corinthos after the baby exchange was revealed, but Lucas was ready to be an uncle now. Since Jocelyn gave him news on Carly and Sonny's possible involvement, Lucas scrabbled for updates. Still, Lucas eventually decided he'd be back for further word laterally and wound up tracking Brad down at the sanitarium lab. Brad was pleased to see Lucas, but his joy snappily turned to disappointment. That's because Lucas was only there to clear effects up regarding his return to General Hospital. Lucas would only interact with Brad about work and wanted nothing to do with him else. Although Lucas didn't detest Brad, he was still concentrated on moving forward rather than dwelling on the history. Once Carly arrived at Pasalos, she talked to him about Alexis Davis and how necessary it was to get her off the hook. Sonny felt the key was chancing the gun that Alexis disposed of to prove it was in the bone that killed John Jagger Dainties. Carly wondered what would be if the armament wasn't set up, so Sonny pledged to turn himself in if it came down to it. General Hospital spoilers say Sonny could be forced into a concession if Alexis' situation remains dire, so we'll bring you more prognostications on all the drama. General Hospital spoilers Monday, October 7, Holly's unanticipated caller, Willow, and Michael's challenge, and Chase's bad news. General Hospital spoilers for Monday, October 7, reveal that Willow Corinthos will try to put Drew Quartermaine out of her mind and concentrate on her family with Michael Corinthos. Now that Lucas Jones is back in City and ready to play a part in Wiley Corinthos' life, there will be some effects for Michael and Willow to talk about. This could stir up some once issues for Michael when it comes to the pain of the baby switch, but it looks like Willow will suggest they can figure all this out together. In the meantime, Lucas will head to the cemetery for a converse with Bobby Spencer's grave, so that's sure to be some emotional moments. Over with Harrison Chase and Brooklyn Quartermaine. They'll face some shocking updates from Violet Finn's star. Brooklyn and Chase formerly heard the news that Violet hit a sprat named Garth for calling her daddy a drunk. Chase and Brooklyn had a nice talk with Violet, but that may not be enough to spare her some major consequences at Academy. General Hospital's exercise videotape shows Chase looking confused as he asks questions. This might lead to the top publicizing Violet's been expelled, especially if this isn't the first time a problem has come up since Hamilton Finn went to recovery. As for Violet, she'll seek Tracy Quartermaine's advice on what to do if someone trashes Finn to her again. Lois Cerullo will also have an unsettling moment in Monday's General Hospital occasion, so we'll see if this involves the Violet drama or maybe a retired Verity. The show's been intimating that Brooklyn might be Giovanni Gio Palmieri's natural mama, so Lois may be concerned if Commodity happens to put that buried secret in jeopardy. Robert Scorpio will warn Diane Miller to the fact that Holly Sutton is back in City, but he'll offer consolation when it comes to their relationship being on solid ground. At Holly's hostel suite, she'll answer the door awaiting room service and express surprise when she finds someone differently. It looks like it'll be Jack Brennan who pops up since he'll have an interesting hassle with Holly on Monday's show. Next, Elizabeth Baldwin and Terry Randolph will look over Lucky Spencer's final test results as they hope everything will stay on track for Lulu Spencer's liver transplant. Eventually, Lucky will have his long-awaited reunion with Aiden Weber, so he'll admit he owes his son a huge reason. This will be Lucky's first attempt to truly reconnect with Aiden and make effects right, so we'll see how Aiden responds. General Hospital spoilers say Aiden may keep his guard up out of fear that Lucky will abandon him again, but our prognostications point to them erecting a better bond over time. General Hospital's Jenny Francis's comeback. Laura Collins' return October airdate revealed. General Hospital spoilers reveal that Laura Collins and her husband, Kevin Collins, jetted off rather snappily to Africa in late August. They were hoping to find Lucky Spencer to bring him back home. Laura's son Lulu Spencer is in a dire need of a liver transplant, and as it turns out, Lucky is her only stopgap for survival. Thankfully, Jason Morgan and Anna Devane were suitable to deliver Lucky from Jen Sidwell's camp, with a little help from Holly Sutton. Lucky has had some great reunions with loved bones this once week, including a gladdening commerce with soulmate Elizabeth Baldwin. With that being said, there's still one major one to be had. According to SOD, Jenny Francis is set to duplication her Laura Collins part on the show veritably soon. Her short hiatus is coming to an end, and suckers will be pleasantly surprised to learn that they'll be seeing the iconic Laura character sooner rather than laterally. In fact, Francis has been in the plant rephotographing for weeks now. As per SOD, her first day back on the show is this Wednesday, October 9. General Hospital suckers need to brace themselves for the mama of all reunions when Lucky and Laura eventually come face to face. After all, the two began working together on The Cleaner in 1993, when a youthful Laura and Luke Spencer returned to Port Charles with their son in Hitch. Jackson was only 11 at the time and ended up leaving General Hospital in 1999. While Lucky was played by both Jacob Young and Greg Vaughan, when Jackson reprised the part in 2010, Francis was in on the show. The two had a veritably brief plot in 2015, so their reunion during the week of October 7 to 11 should be a major event. General Hospital spoilers allude that Lucky's rearmost run in Port Charles will probably be lengthier than his last, so his plot is sure to take some intriguing turns. How will his mama reply when she sees her long misplaced son? Suckers will have to tune in to find out. Thanks for watching these videos. Please hit the subscribe button for more updated news.